Hey guys, welcome back. So these two model kits, the AMT Ertl 29 Ford Model A and the Monogram 1930 Ford Cabriolet. This is a Roadster. I don't know what the difference is. They both look like it's the same, pretty much the same car. Oh, before I do that, I want to thank John Hindley. John sent me this book. I think it's North Georgia. It's called Local Car Magazine, which is, look at that picture on there, you know, awesome. But he sent me this magazine. I think the first year or second year of Acme, Fred Henry. I got one of these, I think, from Fred Henry. I can't remember. But anyway, they have coverage, just one page of the Acme Southern Nationals in this, and I can already see that this darn camera's too close, but the Acme Southern Nationals, this was back October 2023. So yeah, a lot of familiar builds here. And there's Ruthie's Pumpkin Mobile right there at the top. Isn't that cool? And I'm not going to try and name everybody's because I would leave some out, and I don't want to do that. But I see not all my friends' cars, but I see many of my friends' builds. And yeah, so thankful for that. This magazine, that's the only thing in this book that was, I know that's what he sent it for. But yeah, too cool. I think these pictures were for the fine scale modeler, because it says photographs were by Scott never mind. But anyway, Mr. Scott took them, and the fellow that takes them was taking them for Model Car Magazine, or it might have been the other way around. Don't remember. But anyway, yeah, very cool that Ruthie yet again made a magazine, and what a good picture of it too. Yeah, very cool. So thank you, John, for sending me that. All right, so these two model kits. So, quick backstory. AMT, when I started back into the hobby, if you'd have asked me right off the rip what was my favorite model manufacturer, it would have been AMT. It was merely because my dad was an AMT guy. He always told me about the AMT kits, and he liked AMT the best. Growing up and building kits, I had a friend, his name was Stanley, and Stanley always liked Monogram and Revell stuff. Now this was in the, let's just say, the mid to late 80s. He was always, and I was like, no man, AMT's better, AMT's better. But as I've gotten back into the hobby, I favor Monogram kits, and I thought this would be a cool comparison here. Now, it's not apples for apples or oranges for oranges, because you got a 1/24 scale, you got a 1/25 scale, so there's differences there. But as far as my claim is, Monogram made an easier kit to build in a sense, but sometimes it just made more sense, to use sense in two different sentences. But anyway, AMT is, there's nothing wrong with them. This was AMT Ertl. Now both of these kits originated in 1962. So, but that was ironic. I was going to look it up. I thought, well, this probably has an advantage. This is a 1974 edition, I believe. This is probably early 2000s. But regardless of that, the molds were started in 1962. So what you're getting is essentially a kit from 1962. And I wanted to open them up and just compare the differences. Now, they're not exactly the same car, but compare the differences in the two, just to kind of get an idea, and just to see, you know, compare them and see which one has a better I've not looked inside this one at all, and I've really not looked, other than taking the top of the box off and knowing that it has yellow and black parts in it. That's all I know. I don't even know if I've opened this one. I got it at a show sometime, don't remember. But both of these cars are my absolute favorite. Model A's are just my thing. I just think they're the coolest car ever. So I'm going to open them up, and we're going to just compare, again, two different sizes, but just compare details, what's there, what's not there, and I think this would be pretty cool. So let's get with it. What year is this? This is 2002, RC2, no, it just says RC Ertl, okay. And monogram. I prefer 124 scale, so I'm already leaning, but you know, maybe just looking at these, again, I don't know. Alright, so let's just start with what's on top. Here's the chassis, and we can kind of compare it and see what the difference in size is too. So here's your, yeah, so you can, okay, there's something different here. Oh, there's another, I was about to say the fenders are different, but here's another set. Here's the actual fenders. Well, somebody did something to that thing. It's got like some, that's weird. Got like red glitter and black. I ain't got a dang clue what that's on there for. Alright, so these would be the same fenders, kind of. Honestly, there's not that much difference in the length, and I know this camera is not going to cooperate with me with this background stuff. But the length, oh, there's a little bit. I guess you would say that's enough. Okay, so I'm just going to line the back fenders. You see at the front, they stick out that much farther. So, being that's a cabriolet and this is a roadster, this one obviously has places for 2 spare tires and this one doesn't. But I was just interested in seeing the design differences and see if there's anything that sticks out, like that looks better, you know what I mean? Honestly, the AMT, which it has more incorporated parts than the AMT, which is unfortunate. It's not what I was thinking, because usually your monogram stuff has more incorporated pieces, so it builds easier. But the AMT's already got some floor pan stuff made in there. It's got some nice detail for where the supports for the running boards, and this one doesn't have it at all. So the monogram does not have that. So okay, the bumpers are already on, the bumper brackets are already on there, and they're not on there. I do actually like it that the bumper brackets are on there already. I think that makes it a little bit easier to build. I got that. Differences. Let's keep these separated. Wouldn't want to mix the parts up. Alright, next, let's just look at the body. Okay, so on the monogram, you have a rumble seat that opens, and on the AMT, the rumble seat shows, but it does not open. So that is different. You also have, again, maybe because of the 2 different style of cars, you've got this section behind the seat here. I don't know what that would have been, just somewhere to throw something, and that one didn't have it. And I don't know if, you know, back in 1962, where they go into the factory and measuring and stuff like that, there's some obvious differences right there in the shape of the body that I think probably would be the same. I would think that this portion of the body would be the same. This is a 30, but if you look at the old 1962, I think you can go from 28 to 1930 or 31. So they're basically the same car. So you have more detail there on the AMT. You don't have that at all on the monogram. You have a little swoop right here, which could just be a body. No, I think that's supposed to be there. I don't think it's a panel line. Well, yeah, so the AMT also has better detailing around where the top would go. So honestly, at this point already, the AMT looks more better. And there's hardly any difference in the length. Look at the backs are lined up, the front is lined up. So really, some measurements are off probably. I would probably say that it's the monogram that is off as far as length. Because AMT just seemed like they always had the right proportions. I don't know. That's another thing. I know when Ertl had it and they were putting out new kits in the 90s, Those things were like so cool and so detailed. So yeah, you almost have the same length. Let's see what's body as on the AMT as you do the, actually it is the same length. So yeah, that's odd. Dang, actually the monogram is a little bit shorter. Look at that. That's lined up in the back. Huh, 24 scale and it's a little shorter. Weird. Alright, so the bodies, I would say AMT, as far as that goes, the chassis also has more detail and looks pretty cool. What else? Interior. There's two different interiors here in the AMT, and I don't know what the difference is. The interior in the, so the interior in the monogram is going to be multi-piece, and the AMT is a single piece, which could be detailed a lot better. The monogram's got nice wood grain in the floorboards right there, or what is that, under the seat? Okay, so you got a place where the oh, that would be the maybe the foot portion for the rumble seat area, possibly. Let's see. Yeah, that is. So that's like where you're kind of where your feet would go if you were riding in the back. And the AMT doesn't have anything because it doesn't have a rumble seat. And then the seat, what is the difference here? There's two of these. Now someone might have had, I don't think you can't build, this is a 2-in-1, I don't think. Model kit. Doesn't look like it. You never know what you're going to get when you get them from like show. But then again, it's got this hood. It's got like a scoop on it. So maybe it was a 2-in-1, but there's only, I don't even see any tires. Maybe they're plastic. Maybe they're under there. No. Yeah, there's a set. Oh, you gotta see those. All right, so there's two different sets of seats here. They look identical. I don't see any difference in that. So yeah, it would be, you also have in the monogram, you'd have the door. I suppose it would have door panels. Yep. So it's got separate little door panels that would go in there, and your seat, which looks really cool because it's got like wrinkles in it. If I can get it to focus, it's got like these little wrinkles and stuff. Come on, there we go. That looks pretty neat. And like I say, the AMT, like I say, I didn't say anything, but the AMT is just kind of smooth. It does have a leather look, and around the top edges it does have some wrinkling. So they both look nice, but to detail your inner door panels would be a real pain. So you got that difference. So I would say monogram on the interior details. What else? Let's look at the hoods. Other hood, go. There it goes. The stock hood. So your two hoods, and there is an obvious size difference in these as far as height goes. Here we go again. So there's a huge difference in the height. Although, let's see what the height difference was in the body. I didn't. Oh yeah, much bigger. There's a 1/4 inch difference, and then on the hood, your details. Look, I mean, they both have the same details. The pins, the latches are on the AMT. One latch is under the vents and one is in the vents, and on the monogram they're both under the vents. I don't know which one of those is accurate, but both of the hoods look fine. This one has a way more definite seam right here, and on the AMT it has a seam, but it's not like it's nothing like the monogram. And what else? Engine. Let's see what the engine looks like here. How much difference in detail. It does have a V8. The the AMT's got a V8 and a supercharger. So that's, I don't know what kind of V8 it is, but it does have a supercharger as the belt and all that stuff. And that's the V8 there too. Alright, so the engine differences. Wow, the AMT actually looks really nice. It's got a lot of nice detail, especially the transmission. Hadn't looked at the monogram yet, but that looks pretty neat. Got a little flathead 4, oil pan, and then on your monogram, your engine, yeah, a lot less detail. Your AMT has, it does have the oil fill tube or whatever it is on the side, but it also has whatever that hose that runs down on the side of the engine, and the monogram doesn't have that. It's got the starter. AMT just has a lot more detail in the transmission and all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, the oil pan's already put together or already on the monogram, and there's your bumper brackets, and here's your exhaust. So where's the rest of the engine? Like, I don't see the rest of the engine. Did I buy an incomplete kit? Possibly. That's what you get when you don't. There's a part missing right here and a part missing right here. I don't know. I don't see it. Okay, scratch everything I was just trying to do. We can still look at the chrome. Yeah, I don't see. No. Let me. I'm looking for an oil pan that's not going to be there. I need to look for the valve cover. Valve cover. I don't see it. There's the pulley or the fan and the horn. Where in the world is the? It's hiding from me. That's what's going on. It's hiding from me a lot because it ain't in here unless it's chrome, and it's not. Well, I be. Yeah, when you buy stuff from a show, it's kind of hard to just sit there and inventory everything. Oh well. I do have some more of these kits, so that's okay. I don't see it. No head. This ain't gonna run. Glue the hood shut. That solves the problem. Yeah, I do not see the head, and I am probably overlooking it. But okay, so let's get past that point. Let's look at the chrome. So on your AMT, your grill is 2 pieces. Shiny chrome. So there's your grill for the AMT, and then your grill for the monogram is 1 piece. I like that better. You can blackwash that really nice, and it's got the custom. Okay, this kit is the same as that little flat box kit that it was the mod rod. It's that flat, comes like a 2-in-1 or something. I believe this is the same kit because it has that same rear end and those baby moons. Those are nice. Look at that. Okay, so I pulled down a different kit, and I got to see the cylinder or the head. I got the coupe version here, and let me see if it has a head. This has never been opened, so it's going to be in there. I guess that's one way to know if your parts are all there. The bags are still sealed. Oh, there it is right there. Look at that. Darn it. Yeah, I could probably like cast that or something, or resin cast it. So there's your cylinder head for the monogram, and the cylinder head for the AMT right there. And the monogram's got something else molded onto the front, maybe where the fan goes or something like that. But not too much difference. The head does look more realistic on the AMT. The bolts and all that stuff are just little bitty dots. And there's only 3 on this side on the monogram, and then there's 4. And I would imagine that there's probably supposed to be 4. So monogram ain't winning. I'm surprised. Again, this is like for me. I wanted to see what was happening, but I sure wish the head was in there somewhere. I'm gonna keep looking. Man, surely it's just dropped off in the box. I ain't seeing it. Sometimes they get like behind those little parts of the box there, but it ain't there either. Okay. Chassis. Let's check that out. Anyway, I was talking about those baby mins a while ago when I got that thought and shut it off. Anyway, yeah, I like the monogram grill better because of being that one piece. I think that is you know what else is missing? Oh, never mind. I'm holding it. I was looking for the monogram chassis and I had it in my hand. So your 2 chassis are this is the custom chassis. Is there a second one? Maybe I'm short on both of these kits because I don't think that chassis right here is for the custom, because it's where your big springs go in the back, and your stock version wouldn't have that. That would be where these dudes right here, they would like meet up right there with some big springs or something. But I'm thinking now both of these kits are short parts. There's the stock rear end, it's in its own little bag. Alright. Luckily I've got more than one of these 2. Because this was a total failure as far as the video goes. Total failure. I didn't know. Hey, honest failure. I didn't look into boxes. I gotta show you these tires. These are the most classic, iconic to me AMT Goodyear Rally GTs. They were the most unrealistic tire ever, but I sure do want to build a kit and put these in it, because that's what I remember as a kid. You built the AMT cars, it don't matter what kind of car it was, they had mud grips on them. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess we can look at the difference in the monogram and the AMT stock version tires. If I can find one. Alright. Oh wow, there's no difference in size. Actually, there is. The AMT tire is bigger. Alright, so your AMT is this one. It really doesn't have much tread, just a couple straight lines. Kind of that pie crust detail on the side. And then the monogram has a way nicer tread pattern. But look at that, that's crazy. That the 2 tires, the AMT, is taller. I'm trying to hold them at the bottom. Let me do this. Yeah, it is. So that 1/25th scale tire on the left is taller than the 1/24th. That's weird. I'd thought they would have measured that a little bit better. Alright, so I'm missing the cylinder head on this one. And I guess I could check the instructions real fast. Maybe you take that one chassis and you've cut the back off. Could be what it... Uh-oh. There's 2 sets of instructions. I think that's for the roads. No. I don't know why it's got 2 sets of instructions. Let's see if kit number on here. 31. Yeah, same kit number. Alright. Oh, look at that. I've seen that kit. I've got that kit. Alright, here is the chassis without the little round things in the back. Man, does that look like a tractor or something. That doesn't even look realistic. Look at the tires and wheels. And then it shows us that slicks. I'm confused. I don't know. There it is again without those. It actually shows them being glued on. They're not glued on here. These are made on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm thinking I ain't missing the chassis. I'm thinking they got something confused. Because... no, this is a different chassis. See on the front, this one curves right here. This one's just straight. Don't know. Alright, so what's my consensus? If that's even a right word. My consensus is neither one of these chassis are the same as the instructions. And which one would I prefer to build? Well, without all the parts, I guess I'd rather build the monogram because at least I could glue the hood shut. This one I just wouldn't have a chassis. But it does look like the AMT has a little more detail. I'm surprised. There are little nuances like with the monogram that has more chrome. You see the chrome that's the firewall? I guess the entire firewall may be chrome, or no, it's not. I don't even see that part, that chrome piece there. And I might be missing that too. Maybe there's a whole nother chrome tree that I don't have. But this look, you know, a fancier car. I do like the fact that that opens the rumble seat. And I remember those are called Lando bars or something like that. I think you on the old cars you would crank it and it would actually pull the top down. But as far as, and now that I look at it, the wheels do look kind of small, or the tires rather. They look more normal on this one. And possibly they look a little too big on this one. So maybe Monogram got it right with the size of the tires, because they do look awful big. Don't know. So yeah, like I say, which one would I want to build? I'd rather build the Monogram, even though I think it's probably not correct as far as dimensions go, but it looks like you could do a little bit more detailing and stuff on it. But I plan on building both these. I got these kits, other kits just like them, so as far as not being able to build it because there's no chassis. And heck, I might be looking at the chassis in there. I've done that before, just looked and looked and looked and couldn't find it. And then I have somebody on comment on the video and said, Matthew, it was right in front of you. But yeah, I'm totally missing it if it is. So yeah, so just basically a video of me throwing parts around and babbling. And which one do you like the best? I guess that's what I'd like to know. I think personally though, that's a better looking car, but my favorite one would be the sedan, and I personally like a four-door. You don't see a model kit of a there was a question on the model car scale oh shoot, the podcast that Lucas C and all them do, and I was asked, well, if there was a model kit of a car that you could have them make, what would it be? And I said it would be a Model A four-door. Not your, you know, because you can get the sedan, but you cannot find one that's a four-door. And the four-door would have had reverse opening rear doors. But anyway, heck, if I could get a Model A, it could be a little pickup truck for all I care. It would just be so cool to have. But anyway, that would be my favorite one. But out of these two, I'd probably build that one first. I'd like to build them up and have them kind of side by side. But yep, that's it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, before I forget, I should have said this up front. Don't forget the month of May, all the month of May, for every $10 you spend at mcvproducts.net, you're automatically entered to win the $150 gift card and the Chevelle model kit. So if you bought $20 worth of stuff from mcvproducts.net, you'd be entered 2 times. So if you spent $50 5 times, if you spend $1,000, you get 100 times, whatever. I don't see that happening, but anyway, yeah, don't forget about that throughout the whole month of May. When the month is over, we'll tally all the amounts per person, and we will have a drawing, and that $150 gift certificate, not gift card, gift certificate, I will be reaching out to the person who wins and getting their address, sending them the model kit, and everything they want as far as the website's concerned. Also, don't forget, as always, go check out hobbynutmodels.com. MCW paint. If either one of these get built anytime soon, that's the kind of paint they'll get on them. MCW enamel. It's a beautiful paint. And all your supplies you need, go over to hobbynutmodels.com, grab yourself a model kit and everything that goes along with it to enjoy this hobby. Go over there and check that out. So, with all that said, guys, thanks to my Patreon members. Thanks to everyone who watches these videos. If you hadn't already, give it a thumbs up if you don't mind. And for you 3 people, I don't have to tell you because you already give it a thumbs down. And that's okay with me because, hey, you must have watched some of it. So, guys, thanks for all you do. I appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. I think one of these is going to get built really soon. I think it's probably going to be one of this guy here. Regardless, I better go. Well, all the parts are in that one. The bag was sealed, so we're good to go. Yeah. All right. I'm just rambling. You guys take care, and we'll see you soon. All right. Bye.